You probably recognize this as the stage of Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. I'm going to show you how this stage was used to present Romeo and Juliet. The part that I'm standing on is the main stage where most of the action would have taken place. And behind me is Juliet, who is standing on the balcony, which is the second most important performance area. And above her is the musicians' loft. Of course, we know that they would have provided music for the Capulet party, but perhaps you can imagine other times they might have played as well. Down on stage left, your right, is Romeo hiding behind a pillar which we are to imagine as a tree in Juliet's garden. From here it's easy to imagine how Romeo's asides would have worked. These asides are intended for the audience's ear, not that of the other characters on stage. This is how the famous balcony scene might have looked. Below the balcony is the third acting space. It is called the Interstage. Some people believe that it had solid doors on it, and possibly it did. However, we know that in Shakespeare's Hamlet, the character Hamlet kills Polonius by thrusting his sword through this curtain. Then he drags the body off through the Interstage. You see, there was no lights or curtains the way that we know them on a modern stage. Getting a body off stage was somewhat problematic. In the case of Romeo and Juliet, getting the body of Juliet on stage for the crypt scene was made simple by using the inner stage. Simply by opening the curtain of the inner stage, the body of Juliet is revealed. This is how the final scenes with Romeo and Juliet might have looked. Romeo and Juliet was performed entirely without sets. The costumes would have been English Elizabethan, as they were for all of Shakespeare's plays. The scene was set with dialogue and played out on these three acting areas: the main stage, the balcony, and the inner stage.